Hello YouTube, Jason from Renegade Ranch Comics. So it's been a couple weeks since I did a video. I've been fighting a hell of a cold, and hopefully I can get through this because I still have a little bit of a cough. And if you notice, I'm not wearing my signature orange hat right now. I've been working on my bike, which is a Honda Shadow, so it stopped raining and actually warmed up. So yesterday I actually got the bike out, or Mother's Day, and then I ended up, I actually went for like a shakedown ride today kind of thing, so after work. So I also got a promotion at work, so I'm doing a lot more than I was doing. So I'm probably going to start doing a video every couple weeks, which I kind of have been doing now anyway, but I wanted to get this one out because I have a lot of stuff to show off. So we had done the swap meet, Sonocrom, Mike from Casino Comics, and Comics with Stevie D. Stevie D, I've already got the swap that we did. They should be getting mine because I was still kind of off and I didn't mail it out when I was supposed to between work and not feeling the greatest. So they should be getting mine this week. So I'm going to do a video on any of the stuff I get from that, for the next video. So this video is going to basically be my free comic book day haul. So every year, my friend Sean, his sister Sam, her husband Jesse, they're 1 year old now, or 1.5 year old. We all go down, and my friend Dave. So Dave, how was your comic haul?
Excellent, excellent.
Nice. Get everything you wanted on your list?
Pretty close.
Nice, nice.
Of course, the free comics there on top.
Yep.
A couple minis.
All those wonderful Avengers that you needed.
Yeah. They're hidden away. They're old comics.
Nice. Alright. And I usually ride down with Dave. And these are core friends that I've had forever. And the nice thing was we all met at Funky Town, and that's where, if you watched Brandon from On Comics video, we kind of all met up there. So we went to Funky Town, and the first 50 people in line at Funky Town got a grab bag. Unfortunately, Brandon had kind of forgot time-wise that they were opening early, so he didn't get one. I did, so I'm going to kind of show what I got, at least for the grab bag from them, plus some of the free comic books. So first thing in the grab bag was True Believers #1, Hulk, Joe Fixit. Then there was a True Believers #1, The Incredible Hulk, Devil Hulk. And then there was a Free Comic Book Day TMNT, Who is the Night Watcher? This is probably going to go into a giveaway or a trade box because I have Absolute Power Special Edition. And I think this was from last year, or at least a couple years ago, because I know I already have a couple copies of that. This was really cool. I have Destro #1. And I haven't been collecting the new G.I. Joe, but when I was a kid, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, those were like the cartoons, so that's really awesome. This one I kind of am laughing at because it's nothing I would have got, but it's What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine? So since I'm a Wolverine fan, it's kind of weird, but we got that. Then there was a Road to 150 TMNT 148. And I know Eastman is supposed to be at Terrificon, and I already bought a book that he had done, but I might take one of those down instead. Now, these are going to be the free comic books. So that was the grab bag that I won when I went to Funky Town. And then I bought a couple things from Funky Town, but that's in a whole other stack, which I'm just going to go through the free comic books first, because we went to Funky Town, then we went to Comic Zone. Comic Zone is where I used to just buy my comics. And I did it only on Free Comic Book Day because they have a back issue bin dollar sale. So if it's a $5 book, it's $1 during Free Comic Book Day. So that's how I used to try to fill in runs, but that's also where I didn't pick up some things, and, you know, sometimes I wish I could go down and scope it out ahead of time and just see when to get down there and when not to get down there, kind of thing. But we have Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror. That was one of the free comic books that I got. And we have Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Death. And I have Marvel Voices #1. And we did actually stop at Play the Game in Syracuse. It's over by a place called Spaghetti Warehouse, which is kind of a cool restaurant. That's where the main group and I usually have lunch on Free Comic Book Day. After we did that, we actually drove to Oswego, which is probably, well, it's on the way home kind of for us, but it's about maybe 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes from Syracuse. And we stopped at a shop there, so some of these are from there too. I have The Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Universe #1. Conan, Scourge of the Serpent. Heard a lot of things about this, so Mark Spears, Monsters. Wanted to get that. All in 2025 Special Edition #1, Superman Unlimited. Again, don't know if I'm going to do it, but with Billy Zane being at Terrificon, I'm going to probably pick up anything that's got the Phantom on it. I still love that movie. If anyone wants to argue about that movie with me, I think that movie was well done. I know it didn't do anything at the box office, and, you know, at the time frame it wasn't that big, but I really like that movie. And we have Energon Universe #1, and that's kind of cool. So those were the free comic books I got, and some of them, at least at the Oswego comic store, excuse me, they had some extras, and a couple of them weren't from this free comic book run. Same thing with Comic Zone. They actually had a couple of last year's that they had left over that you could actually get a couple extra books. That was nice. So now, what did I buy? And this is where this is always the problem. So I thought about breaking this into several videos, but I'm basically just going to go through what I got as quickly as possible. If anyone wants to tune out, that's fine. So I did not realize that Benjamin Percy actually wrote for the James Bond series. And I loved Benjamin Percy on the Halvarine and the Ghost Rider run that he ran, and a lot of the other stuff that he did for Marvel. So I decided I was going to pick this up because I'm actually a big James Bond fan anyway. Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, those were my two. I saw GoldenEye when it came out in the theater, and I remember that I thought that that was the greatest thing ever. So I have James Bond Black Box, and this is issue 5. And I already had issue 1, and this is Percy on it. And then I picked up a whole bunch of other ones that I could find. James Bond 007 #1. James Bond 007 #4. And this is actually Garth Ennis. So, and I love Garth Ennis too, so I'm going to be looking out for these now if I can find them. This is James Bond 007 #5. Again, Garth Ennis on that one. James Bond 007 #6. James Bond, Agent of Spectre, number 1. And this one is Ian Fleming's James Bond 007, number 1. Ian Fleming's James Bond 007, number 3. James Bond 007 for King and Country, number 1. And then apparently, I believe this was actually in the free comic book over at the Oswego store, because this is, I think, is a variant cover. But this also was 70 years of 007 down in the corner there, so I thought that was kind of cool. Then we have James Bond 007 for King and Country, number 3. For King and Country, number 4. For King and Country, number 5, as I'm knocking everything down. For King and Country, number 6. So, and I have religiously been on this channel saying that I'm trying to slim down what I'm getting, what I'm not getting, kind of thing. And then I'm picking up a whole new series to go after, but it's comics. I'm going to probably kill half of the stuff I'm getting on my pull list. I'm going to keep on getting the Halvarine for as long as that comes out. But a lot of the actual series that I've been getting, they're on the last or next to last issue, and then I'm just going to stop with the new books for a while. Something piques my interest, I'll probably put it back on. But I kind of want to concentrate on filling the back runs, and now I'm getting into the James Bond thing, and those are at least are short story collections enough that I'm only missing like an issue. I'll pick up an issue here, an issue there. It's not like I have to fill in 50 to complete the story on that. So, and then I did get a couple bigger books, but they were like 50% off. So this one was a wall book at Comic Zone. It's The Champions, number 4. And so this was ordinarily $15, at least up on their wall, which is not a super pricey book anyway, but for $7.50 I couldn't pass that up. And then the Jonah Hex, I swear to God, every time I go to Funky Town, I end up finding more Jonah Hex. So filled in some of these, and these were all 50% off. So this one was originally $12. It was the 25-page story, Jonah Hex, number 17. So I got that for $6. Then we have Jonah Hex, number 28. So it was $6, got it for $3. Jonah Hex, number 32, $8, got it for $4. Jonah Hex number 36, $6.99, so got it for $3.50, $3.51. Jonah Hex number 47, $3, so got it for $1.50. Jonah Hex number 52, and this one was $3, so $1.50. And so that, I think, for the number 1 through 91, I think it is, for the original Jonah Hex run, I'm missing about 20 issues now. 20 to 22. So, I'm going to keep an eye out for that, but I swear to God, every time I go to Funky Town, which is every 2 or 3 months, I pick up an extra book here or there, so I'm thinking by about 4 more visits, if they keep on getting the collections that they're getting in, I should be able to fill that in fairly easily. So then I found the Naughty List, number 1, and I've seen this on other channels, but I don't really have that many Christmas books, so I figure that that's a good one to pull out for Christmas. And then I was able to actually work on the Punisher Warzone and War Journal a little bit. So, the Punisher Warzone Breakout, number 16. So we're whittling that down. And then I have Punisher Warzone 33. Punisher Warzone 36. And then Punisher War Journal number 17. Punisher War Journal number 52. I really like the cover on that one. Punisher War Journal 74. And the next one, I paid full retail almost for this. I think it was like 10% off or whatever for the sale. And I probably could have got it cheaper, but I've actually been wanting this book for a while. It's the Punisher and Batman. So, and I think it was $9.25, and I think I got it for like $9 or $8.99 or something like that. But I've actually wanted this. There's two of these. There's this one, and then I think there's another story, which is Batman Punisher, but one's good for now. And then finishing off what I actually bought. So I think I have this already. And again, my list, I've really got to work on that. But I did not have the foily goodness that if you can see the hologram of Batman there. So Robin 2, Joker's Wild number 2. And this is one of the comics that I swear that I owned. I swear I still own it, but I didn't have a lot of money. So I know I had issue 1 at one point. I think I had them all. But what I would do is at the tobacco shop where I used to go up and look at them and buy them, sometimes I would sneak in and the owner knew what I was doing, but he would let me read them. So I know I read it there because I read the whole story because I thought it was cool that Robin had his own series kind of thing. But I'm getting old and I can't remember if I actually owned it and it went in one of the collections that I've misplaced or what. But the other one that I got, which this is a facsimile, but I could not pass it up, it was Uncanny X-Men 142. And if you watch my previous videos on facsimiles, you know, this would be really cool to have as an original copy. But I want to read it. It's a facsimile. It's got the same ads in it. It's got the same nostalgia for me. And for $4.99 versus breaking the bank to get this, this is good for my collection. I mean, honestly, I've said it before. If I found a Marvel Spotlight 5, and we have found a Turkish edition for $9, and I may pull the trigger on that at some point, but it's $25 shipping. That's where I refuse, because I don't care that it's in a foreign language, because at least I would have it and have the cover and whatever, but it's the $25 shipping that, you know, bothers me. But like I would buy a facsimile Marvel Spotlight 5 and I would consider my collection done. That's how I look at it. If I have the story, I have the artwork, I have the original cover and whatever. So, you know, that's me as a collector. So what would you guys do? Like if you had, this was the only book that you needed to fill in the run, would you pick up the facsimile, consider your collection good, or would this be the placeholder in the collection until you ran across this for another one? So bleep bloop it down in the comments. What would you do? You know, kind of thing. Or how was your free comic book day? I know everybody and their brother put it out last week for their free comic book day. I'm so behind on YouTube videos. I gotta try to catch up, but like I said, I went with the whole motorcycle and, you know, work thing, so I can afford the comic books that I can't afford. So I've got a couple more things coming. So Stevie D had sent me a good size stack. I think he sent me more than we did on the swap meet trade. Maybe not, but it was a pretty thick envelope and I traded him, so he should be getting mine today or tomorrow. I know he was going to do a video once he got mine. I know Bjorn, Son of Crom, hope he's feeling better. If anyone saw his videos, he just put up the for the collector Kumite that he does, the new candidate that just got put into the tournament. And I know that he actually was not doing well and was in the hospital for a little bit. And I just wanted to throw a shout out that I hope he's feeling better if he's watching this, and can't wait to, talk to you kind of thing. I apologize for not throwing something out there for you. But you should be getting my stack of books, or the 2 or 3 books we talked about. You should be getting that today or tomorrow. I think that was the shipping thing on it. So, if you like this kind of content, like, share, subscribe, put a comment down below. If you think my new hat is stupid, which is not a new hat, it's just an old hat, and you would prefer to only see me in the orange, put that in the comments. I know that we are also going to be doing the Heroes for Heroes work that we did last year. I believe we're shooting for June. I've got to shore up some dates on it, kind of thing. And like I said, I'm so behind on everything. But Bronze Age Nerds channel, I know that they were talking about the donation. So if anyone wants to check out Bronze Age Nerd or Big B McFly, either on their Instagram or on their YouTube, they should have more information on it. Once I get set up with the information on either how to donate, either just, do a donation for the Mission 22 that it supports. I'll put that in the link, excuse me. But kind of a longer video. Sorry that I kind of took too long, but I didn't really want to split this into two videos kind of thing. So, shout out to Brandon from On Comics. Great hanging out with you that day. Shout out to my friend Dave. Thank you for driving and putting up with me. Sean's girlfriend Heidi and Sam's husband Jesse, also thank you for putting up with me, because I know I'm, fun. But anyway, have a good one, everybody. I will see you next time.